Alright, so yeah, we are here. I don't do videos like these usually, but I did want to kind of look at the heroes units here, and I did kind of, honestly, I did just kind of want to rant about the lineup and stuff, like what they did with the kids and stuff. Transparency, I've already seen Goku's kit, but I have not seen any of the others. Obviously, I know what all the EZAs do, but I really just wanted to rant about this quote-unquote final celebration, because they did not make this shit so fun. But I guess first off, we'll take a look at the animations and I'll give my thoughts. Turn it down a little bit. So, alright, Ios, like, I've learned to kind of, I'm cool with the Ios pick, she's cool. And the Super Tech's pretty decent for a hero's animation. Yeah, there's the Bardock. This is probably the unit I'm most excited about just because it's Bardock. Hopefully he's actually good. He might just be ass because he's a banner unit, I don't know. That's his super from the arcade games, so I mean, yeah, sure. This Demigirl, I really do not like this Demigirl pick, and for the short of it, which I'll explain more later, is just because this attack that he did, this was against the generational Kamehameha, and they just didn't pick the generational Kamehameha to be in the game this year for some reason. Well, ever, because they're never going to do this again. This is the major animation I have an issue with. This right here. Obviously, the actual... Honestly, I think it even looks a little lower quality compared to some of the other animations in Heroes, but that might just be me. And I know there is a Dogi Dogi Feud card in Heroes that does that attack, but that's also just Fuse Ultimate from Xenoverse 2, which we already have, I think, as the SSR in Fuse super attack. And we have this. So it's not even that different from what we actually got in the game, but it's just because of that, it just feels like kind of laziness in a way, because I don't know why they didn't just do that one. Like, that one isn't in the game yet, and it's honestly cooler. Like, he does a little finger gun. Like, it's not even that different. All they had to do was change, like, instead of having him laugh with his hand on his face, he'd do, like, the finger gun thing. It just seems very odd to me. I'm not gonna, like, rant about it too much, because it's just, like, an animation on Few, but it's weird. These, I will concede that the Universal Blue Goku animations look quite good. And thankfully, we actually get to keep at least the JP voice acting on Global. If you didn't know, Limit Breaker, Vegito, and Hearts, the two other voice hero units, are just straight up not voiced on Global. We didn't get their voice acting for some reason. Super Tag, that rush does not look great, and this looks about Heroes, the Super Tag. But I will say that the active skill and intro do look pretty good, but honestly, this active skill looks really good, but it just makes me wish that Blue Goku and Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku were the main unit. Like, just as a character, or they had like an exchange or a standby or something, because just Blue Goku by himself, I know it's technically a different form, you know, it's like the Universe Tree Blue Goku, but still, it just feels kind of disappointing to me. Like, they didn't choose like like, if they wanted to go down this route, I think they should have made a unit where you can play as both Limit Breaker Goku, not Limit Breaker, Universal Blue Goku, and like Zeno Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I don't really understand why they didn't make that like in all the main unit. And then obviously there's Vidro down there. I don't really care. I mean, she's a good pick for free. That's who I predicted for the free character, so I'm not disappointed about that. But to go, you can already see in the replies, dog. You can already see it. From now on, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like cover the replies on my screen for the future kids, and I'm gonna open these in a different tab. We should open this in a different tab anyway. And then yeah, from now on we'll just start off by doing that, because I'll like cover the replies on my screen because I don't want to see that. What is this? Oh, this is just the super tag. Super tag text fine. So I do want to talk about this a little bit. 4 turns on the intro for 200% defense. I feel like that could have been a little longer, but that's whatever, I guess. He does have crossover restrictions. They said they wouldn't restrict to the heroes category, but they did not say anything about crossover or time travelers, whatever. So he needs 3 more crossover category allies, and he could have a Zeno character on the team. But the thing about that is, Zeno God Trunks is restricted to heroes. Limit Breaker Zeno Vegito is restricted to heroes. The only 2 that I can really think of that are Well, actually, I don't know if Xenopan is restricted to heroes. I'm actually not sure if she is. I have no idea. But the only other two I can think of are the Xeno Goku and Xeno Vegeta that just got EZA, the Super Saiyan ones. And they're honestly not that great. And this guy doesn't have, like, insane support either. Unless one of these other characters have insane support, then that's not really going to make up for that at all. And then also, you saw in the replies, he has a great chance of guarding all attacks with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And then he gets guaranteed with 5. I really don't understand why they didn't just give him guaranteed with 3. There's actually 0 reason. You're just gimping the unit for no good reason. And then, as you see down there, the 40% damage reduction is reliant on his guard activating, which is, if you get 3 keysters and he doesn't guard, he's gonna die. He's dead. Like, I don't like how they designed this guy. I mean, he looks like he'll be fine, but I just really don't like how they designed him. Active skills, fine, it's whatever. And then, yeah, links and categories. He doesn't have a lot of categories. It's possible you could run him on some of these other categories. You just need another Xeno character, but yeah. Unless you want to forego the STR key spheres and the additional, but I feel like that's kind of important because, like, you know, part of his passive is getting orb. That is, his link set is very just regular blue Goku, so that's the blue Goku. Let's go ahead, let's take a look at the Doki Doki Q. I'm covering the replies, I can't really see anything. I'm just going to open those up. Alright, cool. So, I'm assuming this guy's going to be the other 200% lead, because usually every year we get 2 200% leads. Oh. Okay, so we just don't get 200, we just don't get a second 200% lead. Literally for what reason? Like, so 2022 we got 3 200% leaders. Last year we got 2, which I don't blame them for, because Limit Breaker Goku, Limit Breaker Vegeta, if you were to give one 200% lead, you kind of have to get the other one a 200% lead. So I understand why we got 2 last year, because we got Vegeta and Crimson. Why not just make this few a 200% lead? I'm assuming we are not going to get another 200% lead, because these were the only 2 that were, like, on the front page of the stream when they first revealed these characters. But I don't know. Let's look at the passive, I guess. Okay, he's restricted to crossover and time travelers, so he's 20% crit chance and then extra stats for attacking the same turn. He gets 150 start turn. Don't like that. They really just said, yeah, we're not going to restrict the heroes, but we're just going to restrict the heroes with extra steps, like, basically. Because time traveler is just not a good team right now. I mean, they have Bojack. Bojack's pretty good. I don't even know what else they have. I don't even know what else they have. Like, I guess the Fat Boo, the Fat Boo's on there. He's not, I don't know how well he's going to link with this, but we look at his link set. He does have big bad bosses, which are good, but he really will not link well with, like, a Boo unit at all, or a Bojack. Well, Bojack has big bad bosses, so at least they'd have that, but I was really hoping that he would be able to work well on Slug's team, because at this point, with how the EZAs looked, I'm kind of expecting the Heroes team to not be that great this year, so I just wanted to see, like, these extreme class units be good on Slug's team, but that's 1 down already. I guess the only hope is Demigra. He gets 100% stats from doing a super, high chance super with the additional, okay. Okay, he has an extreme class restriction. That's actually not bad. I would actually rather be I would rather every single restriction just be extreme class instead of heroes. I would just, please, that would have been so much better. He gets 20% damage reduction. Crit chance, and then DR with every super attack before end of the turn. So he can get about, what, 60% damage reduction, that's decent. And then he gets high chance of changing all key spheres to AGL and 10 key spheres starting from the 5th turn of battle. That's interesting. So that's once only. So AGL and tech. How is that gonna, like, pan out, though? Because will the field be like half AGL, half tech? Will it be, like, split up so you can't get any of them? Why is it 2 types? And why does he have, like, an orb changing passive if he doesn't need orbs? Is this gonna be like for the Demigra or something? Maybe the Demigra is tech and this is like, you're supposed to put these guys next to each other or something. I feel like if you could run the Demigra as a slot 1, right? I haven't read this kit yet, but if you could run Demigra as slot 1, and then you could have this guy second turn. Honestly, you might be able to run this guy on Slug's team. He would miss 50% stats and an extra crit chance. Crit chance doesn't really matter, but he could miss the extra 50% stats. I feel like you could maybe run him on Slug's team if you have Demigra as a slot 1 unit, but he has to be runnable as a slot 1. Does have a lot of categories that can be helped out, but unfortunately he's restricted to have a crossover ally. But I guess, again, it depends on how Demigra is. Greatly raised attack, greatly raised defense 1 turn, supreme damage. I was gonna say greatly raised attack does not matter if you're only doing supreme damage, but I mean Mechikabra does a lot of damage, but then again he is a nuker, so I don't know if the attack stacking is really gonna do much with supreme damage on this guy, especially because he doesn't seem to be like a nuker character or anything. He does have a stun chance though, which I guess is nice. So Few does not. I mean, he can get up to 60% DR, but I don't know if I like how he looks that much. I don't know. He looks like he's gonna definitely be power crept by the anniversary. All these guys, let's be real, all these guys are probably gonna be power crept by the anniversary. That's just how it is. All right, we got Ios. Ios is int, so I'm not looking at the replies. We're gonna go ahead and open these up. All right. I don't know why I opened up her card, but I mean her card looks pretty cool. They good. I think this is one of the secret rares. I think this is from Ultra God Mission 1. This secret rare art. I think so. So yeah, 130 elite for Realm of Gods. Obviously not 200%. 120% attack plus defense 120% when receiving an attack. That's actually pretty decent. But I don't know if her defense is going to be high enough to be like slot 1. She needs a crossover Kali. She only needs 1. That's not too terrible, I guess, but I'd just rather just not. Lowers attack and defense. Oh, she has medium chance of stunning and attack and defense lowering at the start of turn. That could be good in, like, I guess, once you get late in the cell max, that could be pretty decent. And I guess, like, SBR and ESBR, but that doesn't really matter that much. Interesting ability, though. And then the 120%. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, she has evasion chance. She's attack evasion, so she can get up to 4 procs of that. Oh, wait, that dodge thing has no cap, so she can build up to 100% dodge. And if you have a full... Oh, she's int 2, so you could put 30 dodge on her and, like, really increase her high chance to dodge, and then you could build it to 100% chance to dodge. Okay, so she should be a decent dodge unit. Maybe not a slot 1, because it's only high chance, right? But she builds up to higher. She does good support, which is good. Extra support to crossover. 24% HP in which word. I don't like having an attack received if you're a dodge character. Well, no, if you're if it says received, you should still be able to dodge it. She looks interesting. I don't know, because I feel like she's just gonna get hammered if she gets hit, right? But she looks. She doesn't look terrible. She looks interesting to me. I guess I'll have to test her out when she comes out. Link set is fine. Obviously, she's not Big Bad Boss because she was not like an enemy character. Is she extreme? Yeah, she's extreme, but she's not like the boss of the arc. So Link set is I mean, it has Cold Judgment is okay as a Link. Godly Power is okay as a Link, and then the rest is kind of weird. She only has 6 categories. I kind of thought she'd be on more, but it's fine. She's not super... Funny how they give the character that with only 6 categories, she's not that restricted. She just needs, like, a crossover character, like 1. Attack defense 1 turn, supreme damage, just for defense. Whatever. She looks interesting. I really don't know how good she's gonna be. Okay, so Demigra is tech, so maybe my theory was correct about the Dark King Few thing. So, if this guy's a slot 1, then maybe I can forgive the design of Dark King Few, and then we'll look at this Bardock next. Demonic Power, yeah, 130, she's not a 200% beat either. Unless this Bardock, there's no way this Bardock's a 200%. Why do we only get 1? I'm so confused, why do we only get 1? How did they fumble so many times, dude? Alright, 40% stats, key plus 2 is decent, good number. 100% when performing super, alright. High chance of crit, so just not a crit character. 40% damage reduction right off the bat, 20%. There's another crossover, or demonic power category allies. Okay, that's what I like to see. And then he gets damage reduction 20 before attacking when all allies attacking the same as our extreme class. Okay, wait, this is what I wanted. 80% damage reduction in the first slot, like, not even like turn restricted. Just as long as it's all extreme class, he just has 80% damage reduction. Throw him in slot 1, have Few in slot 2 on Slug's team. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, we might be back. That's what I like to see. That is what I like to see with Demigra here. Okay, I like that. That's good. And then he gets extra attack with attack received. Not tying defense to this is good, because not tying defense to this is good. 20% first attacker of the turn. So yeah, he is meant to be slot 1. With 80% damage reduction and some decent stats. 60% and then 24. Okay, so he gives support as a second or third attacker in a turn, but on Slug's team, you're probably just gonna have him in slot 1 anyway, because of how if you're running Few anyway. Maybe if you're not running Few, maybe not. He does have big bad bosses. Okay, I'm liking this Demigra. I kind of wish this was Few, because I don't really like this form of Demigra, but I'll take it either way. I mean, I'll definitely take a Slug team buff here. He's on an okay amount of, he's on 7. But again, demonic power, like, he is restricted to demonic power, which is Slug's team. I will take that. Honestly, that's just what I want out of the celebration. If we're not gonna get like the really cool superclass characters, or, I mean, the only really cool character in my opinion is the Bardock and Ios. I don't really like the blue Goku that much. I mean, I think it's a pretty shade of blue, but that's about it. And then great, it's attack, great attack for 1 turn, so pretty good anime. Oh, and he does give defense support. I like this Demigra. Okay, I do like him. He's looking my favorite out of the units. I don't really like Few. I did not really like Few or whatever, Ios. I don't like the Goku. Very strange design. Fuse doesn't look that great to me. Ios looks interesting. Let's check Bardock. I mean, Goku looks like he'd be decent, but I just don't like how he's designed, you know? So look at the Bardock. I hope Bardock's good. Please be good. Super Saiyans. 50%, 150% keeps 2 stats. Medium crit chance. 100% when attacking. What the fuck? Okay, he gets... Oh, wait, no. He only gets attack when the... It's kind of like the Attack Vegeta mechanic, and he gets extra crit chance. If they... Okay, that's not as bad as I thought, because originally I was, like, reading that, I was like, oh my god, they're restricting defense behind this, which would have been really bad, but... Okay, that's not egregious, I guess, kind of... if for this to actually matter, he needs to be doing, like, actual damage, so... He gets additional super attack or defense down, stun or sealed. He does get 40% damage reduction baseline. And he gets 15% when oh god, yeah, they're restricting 15% behind the enemy's HP. They're restricting 30% behind HP. And he has a final... They fumbled my boy, bro. No, bro, they fumbled Bardock. What? So if your enemy's just at high HP, he sucks. This is the unit I was most excited about. This is continuing the Dokkan trend. They can't make a single Bardock good in this game. They hate Bardock for some reason. Why did they hate Bardock? What did he even do? What did he do to you? I just want one good Bardock, man. Come on. His link set's fine. Sure. At least, this is the one unit without restrictions, by the way. He just sucks. Super attack. Greatly raised attack defense 1 turn, supreme damage, great low attack defense. Fine. It's decent, yeah. It's a good super attack effect. It's just... I don't know, man. The only one that I really like out of these is Demigra. And maybe Few. It depends on how Few performs with Demigra. He could maybe perform decent. He seems stringent on additionals. But Demigra is the one. Demigra is definitely my favorite one. Which is funny because this is definitely my least favorite character out of all of them. I don't hate Demigra in general. I just don't. I've never really been a huge fan of this form, but I'll still use it, which is good. But yeah, I'm gonna cut. I'll be right back. I want to discuss the character lineup and some other stuff. Alright, I'm back. I just really want to talk about the celebration and like the lineup. And this is supposed to be the final hero celebration. And unless they pull a curveball and they're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna do more Heroes characters, but we're gonna tie it to Super Divers for next year. Which, by the way, I am keeping up with Super Divers, and they don't have any What If stuff yet. I'm assuming they're just gonna go through most of the arcs before they do What If stuff, so they totally could do like a Super Divers collab and just throw Heroes characters in there, because Super Divers does have a Heroes Legacy mode. I've been keeping up with like all the gameplay and stuff, so obviously I can't play for myself because I don't live in Japan, but yeah, I mean, shout out to Paw, shout out to Virgil, my homies, but y'all see him in the replies, bro. Yeah, it's Blue Evolution Gogeta. Y'all already know. Like, listen, y'all already know that's what most people wanted, and I mean, they're right. They had one job. It was right there. Like, he would have been. We just got a blue Goku, but with a slightly different tint. And you could sit here and say, oh, Gogeta Blue Evolution is just evolution, or just Blue Gogeta, but he just has different colored hair. And he has like yellow stuff around him. Well, number one, we don't even have a standalone Gogeta Blue in the game at all. Not like this would technically be one, but we still don't have like a Blue Gogeta, any type of Blue Gogeta that's like standalone, non-transforming. And then number two, Blue Goku's like the most common character in like the entire series, like one of the most common characters in the entire series. Gogeta is a high-ticket character. Blue Gogeta is a high-ticket character. Blue Goku is just like, he's on all the promo material, like just everything. And yeah, I know technically it's a different form. It's like he absorbed the power of the Universe Tree that Few was harvesting. I don't care, bro. I do not care. I don't even really like care about the anime for real. Like, I honestly, like, when it comes to Heroes, I mostly just pay attention to like the gameplay and the super attacks of the characters. And I'll watch like scenes here and there. Like, I did watch the anime version of the Blue Evolution, well, yeah, Blue Evolution Gogeta, and then also like Universe Blue Goku. I watched like the generational Kamehameha because it was cool. I watched the little Limit Breaker Gogeta segment. Obviously, I watched the Golden Metal Cooler, all the Golden Metal Cooler segments. I watched like the stuff with Bardock. I don't watch like all the anime. I only watch like the parts I'm interested in. I don't keep up with the anime fully, right? And mostly when I see these characters, I think of like their gameplay in the arcade game, if I have seen them. And there's a tweet from Grush here. Absolutely no shade to Grush, by the way. I mean, I say no shade to Grush, right? But like, obviously, like, I'm not even like Disney him or anything. Obviously, like, I'm a guy with 400 subscribers. It doesn't matter. But anyway, I just want to say, obviously, no shade. But he did make this tweet where it's like, you know, he does play Heroes and he does know like these characters like Blue. He did say Blue Goku and then the Bardock and then the Ios were all like very powerful parts in the game. Actually, I did not know why. I knew this guy was good and I knew Ios was busted. I actually did not know the Bardock was good. Unfortunately, they did not carry over how good Bardock is into this game, and seemingly not Ios either, but he did say the Demigra and the Few were weird picks, but I mean, Few I can understand, because obviously he fought the headliner, but man, Demigra, dude. This is the one edition I really don't like. I wish, man, this is the one edition I really don't like, is because of he went up against the generational Kamehameha. And they didn't put the generational Kamehameha in the game. That is what I'm most disappointed about. Listen, I love Limit Breaker Gogeta, I love Blue Evolution Gogeta as much as the next guy, but if you were to ask me who would I make the LR for the celebration, it would be the generational Kamehameha. And at this point, I really don't think we're getting a Part 2 LR, even though the celebration starts early. I think the celebration started early to coincide, sort of, with the release of Super Divers. Because even though technically, you know, Heroes and Super Divers are different, they still do kind of connect. They still do have, like, a connection, because they're both arcade Dragon Ball games in Japan. And when they said in the announcements, I'm not going to... Actually, I can just pull it up here. Where was it? Was it in here? I don't know. I don't even remember if it was in here, to be honest, but it might have been in the in-game news. Oh yeah, look up here, at the top here. It says some campaigns and so will be available at a later date. They were referring to the actual banner, like this banner, because it didn't come out immediately. Because they started with the EZAs, and then they ended with, they're gonna follow up with the actual new banner, which is what they meant. So we're not, I don't think we're getting a Part 2 LR, unfortunately. I will gladly eat my words, though, if they want to pull up with a LR Generational Kamehameha Part 2, LR Gogeta. I will gladly eat my words. But I don't think they will. And that's why I'm complaining about this right now. That's why I'm ranting. But, Yeah, Demigod just makes no sense, and it honestly just feels like a slap in the face if we don't get the generational Kamehameha, which is like the moment that he's tied to is really cool. His kit, I will say, his kit is very good, so that does make me a little more excited for him, because you'll be able to run him pretty well on Slug's team. But again, like, in terms of actual character choice, I don't know why he's here. I really do not know why he's here. But I guess I'll take the villain buffs, but sure, I guess. But he does say, like, they're busted, right? And I think he did some... I don't know where he said this. Yeah. I can tell you with 100% confidence no one here cares about all of the anime. I think most people don't care about the anime, to be honest. The anime is kind of shit. The manga, I mean, a lot of people don't even read the manga. I think mostly for some people, they just, like, watch the clips. Or they just, like, watch the clips of the character, because I guess technically it's the anime, but I don't think, like... Most people just don't even keep up with the anime just because of how shit it is. But again, like, me personally, I just care about the game. And even as someone who cares about the game and, like, how busted the cards are, obviously, you know, their whole goal is to appeal to the Japanese players that, you know, I played the arcade, that's what they chose Ios, and, you know, the Bardock card, and then Blue Evolution, I keep calling it Blue Evolution, the Universal Blue Goku. But, like, Demigod, they could have just, you know who they could have slid in? This guy. If nobody over there cares about Demigod, if nobody over here cares about Demigod, just throw him in. I mean, I know Blue Evolution Gogeta, I know he was pretty good in the game. I know he's not, I don't believe he was, like, busted, but he was still pretty good. And I mean, even if he wasn't, like, Super Omega busted, he's Gogeta. He's a hype character. He sells. Like, in any country. Everybody loves Gogeta. Except for, like, some, like, diehard Vegito fans, I guess. Which, sure, I don't know. But yeah, I can close it out. But I just wanted to go over, like, characters we could have had. My main complaint, honestly, is Bardock was the one I was most excited for, just because Bardock's my favorite character, like, my third favorite character in the series, and just my favorite character out of all these guys. And they made, well, number one, they made him ass. He's ass. And then number two, well, I should have expected that every single Bardock in this game is ass, because they hate Bardock for some reason. Number two, they didn't even use his cool design. This is the design, I can close this now, but this is the design that I really wanted for Bardock. This is the tank top with, like, the pants. And I've seen people on Twitter, I've seen people, you know, if they wanted a Bardock, this is the design of Bardock they wanted. This is, like, sure, the cloak is cool, like, oh my god, he's so mysterious. Like, no, this is way cooler, bro. And I mean, let's be honest, it's just the Super Saiyan Bardock in the cloak. We have AGO Super Saiyan Bardock. We have, like, all the Banner Super Saiyan Bardocks. And we just got the Quest Mode Super Saiyan Bardock. There's a Quest Mode Super Saiyan Bardock. This is... We do have a Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, but at least it would be unique, because it's the second... No, the third one we have. But technically the second, because one is an SR, no one cares. But it would be way more unique. Honestly, I think his Super Attack is probably way cooler. I just don't know, man. I don't know why they didn't pick this design. I guess, again, because what Goresh said is what, you know, the not the best, like the hooded Bardock, the Warrior in Black, is like the busted one from the actual game, which, I mean, makes sense. I guess that's why, but still, I don't know, it just leaves a sour taste in my mouth. Like, it's not even, like, even just related to the promotional anime, he just looks cooler. Like, he just looks cooler. His outfit is just better. Like, that's just how it is. And also for, like, banner units, you know, I mentioned it, this is the guy I wanted the most. This is Super Saiyan Raditz. He wasn't that good in the game. So I definitely, listen, this is a guy, I'm not gonna, like, be like, oh my god, how could you not include him? I understand. But I feel like he would be more popular than Demigod and the Bardock. Because, at least in the Dokkan community, Raditz is kind of like a funny character. I feel like that would push people to summon for him, at least over here in the West. Obviously, I don't know about Japan. Obviously, that's what their main focus. So, again, I might just be spitballing here, maybe coping for reasons for him to be in the game, but I really wanted Super Saiyan 3 Raditz. But, because I genuinely like Raditz. It's not even, like, he's genuinely one of my favorite characters. And, Evil Saiyan Turles, I wanted him to pair with Super Saiyan 3 Raditz, because he's also cool. I actually think this form is sick. I actually just really like how Turles looks here. And then he was the one that fought Super Saiyan 3 Raditz, so I was like, okay, that's the duo I wanted the most. I wanted them to pair them up. And then Demon Goddess Robel, this is like the Dark Factor version. This is just a personal pick. I know Robel has some fans. I know even in Japan, Robel does have some fans. I do know that. So I mean, they could have thrown her in, but now this is where I get into, like, these are like the real headliners. Sorry, I had to cut real quick. Alright, now obviously I'm going to be talking about the infinitely better headliners that they could have chose. I'll start at the back. This is the Ultra Instinct. This is from the actual end of Heroes. This is technically not the last step, but it's like the finale of whatever the in-game story is. And that's the thing too, I mean, people don't have to care about the anime to know the story. The game has the in-game story. And, I mean, I'm assuming most people play because that's like the main mode. And there's obviously online, but there's also like the main story mode with like god bosses and whatnot. And I feel like that's what, at least a decent handful of people play. I know there are probably some people that just exclusively play online, which is to be expected, but I mean, like, UI Goku with the Dragon Fist, I didn't like this ending, just because like, Majin Zoda was not interesting at all. Like, this whole mission was not interesting at all to me. But at least the UI Dragon Fist is cool. Like, this would not be, I would honestly be disappointed if this was the headliner too, but this would still be better than Universal Blue Goku in my opinion. Just because, you know, it's UI Goku with the Dragon Fist. Like, at least that's cool. I guess the one thing is he would not have a different name from the other UI Goku, so that's probably why they didn't do him, which I understand, but that's just like, this is like the least, I guess like the least important one that I had in mind. Next we have the Kaioken Blue Vegito, also from Meteor Mission, or they could have done one from the Prison Planet. Again, I think I would also be disappointed if he was the headliner. I like Vegito, but he just doesn't seem like a very... This does not seem like a finisher character, especially because we've already had two Heroes Vegetos, the Zeno Vegetos, the Super Saiyan 4s. And, I mean, but he would still, again, he'd still be infinitely cooler. I would be okay, I don't know if I'd be disappointed. I'd be a little disappointed, but I would still think it would be at least a somewhat cool pick, even though I do like Gogeta more. I still like Vegito. And, I mean, even though he's not like a super finisher character to me because he was in the middle of the mission, still, I mean, he would be a way better pick. Kaioken Blue Vegito, and it's someone that a lot of players have been asking for because they skipped over him when they did like the Prison Planet stuff, like the Universe Mission stuff. With like when they did Cumber and Golden Cooler and then the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, they skipped over Blue Kaioken. Perhaps in the idea that maybe it was too similar to original Vegito Blue, but then again they just released like a regular Super Saiyan 3 Zeno Goku. Yeah, he has a different outfit, but it's still Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Like, let's be honest. So I definitely think they could have done Super Blue Kaioken Vegito. Next is they just made the Universal Blue Goku an actual duo unit of Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Do you know how much more pleased with this lineup I would be if Blue Goku was literally just this? If they just added Super Saiyan 4 Goku as part of the actual card. That's all they had to do, man. Like, yeah, the active skill is sick. I will not lie to you. The active skill is actually sick. Like, it is cold, bro, but not having him as, like, in the intro or, like, an exchange or whatever, like, it just feels so bland. It's just Blue Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Goku shows up. I mean, it's cool, but, like, Super Saiyan 4 Zeno Goku should have been part of the card. I know, like, the whole thing, I just said, like, you know, Super Saiyan 3 Zeno Goku is just Super Saiyan 3 Goku, basically. And I just think Super Saiyan 4 Zeno Goku is basically just Super Saiyan 4 Goku with a way cooler outfit. Obviously, the cool outfit does help, but still. And, that's why I think, like, you know, that's probably why they skipped immediately to, like, the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Zeno Goku and Vegeta. Because, so it would be technically a different form, right? Which makes sense. But, I mean, the thing about this is, it would be a duo, this is a duo card. Like, this would be a duo card. This would not just be Super Saiyan 4 Zeno Goku, this would be Blue Goku and Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Which is infinitely cooler, because it's two Gokus next to each other. That's, like, one of the most Heroes things I could ever think of in my life. Like, it just really doesn't make sense why they didn't go with this. I mean, again, yeah, Universal Blue Goku was, like, good, and, like, he's the finale, but, like, there's just no way they were in the office. They didn't think this would be infinitely cooler. Like, this would have been so much cooler, like, even as someone who doesn't care about the anime. I don't even know if they did much in the anime. Like, all I've seen is them, like, the duel coming out. I don't even know what else they did in the show. I just think this is sick, man. Like, that's it. But I'm actually going to reverse here. I'm not going to go to that one. We're going to go to this one. I've already shown this in this video, but yeah, Blue Evolution Gogeta. This is probably the most wanted headliner. As much as I wish I could think otherwise, the moment I saw them drop Crimson Mask Saiyan without Evolution Blue Gogeta already made me wary. Because if you look back at it, 2021, actually no, 2019, when they dropped Cumber, they dropped Golden Cooler and Few, they both fought Cumber. You know, and obviously next year they dropped Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who was also opponent for Cumber. Cumber technically never got his main opponent, which was UI Goku. He technically never got that because I guess, you know, like same name character, which I guess makes sense. And then what else? Then like, yeah, 2021 we got Mechikabra and he was paired with God Trunks. That's who we fought. 2022 Black Janemba was paired with the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s, which is who they fought. But we didn't get the Blue Gogeta that fought Hearts in that year, and we never got him in this year, or in 2023, or in this year. So I was like, alright, I at that point, I expected that Blue Gogeta with Hidden Jiren to not be a unit. And then, last year, Dark King Few and Limit Breaker Broly released with Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Vegeta. And Crimson was released with Berserk Blue Vegeta, who fought Evil Turles, and Evil Turles never got released. And that's why I was never really expecting Blue Evolution Gogeta to be in the game, unfortunately. Sucks, but that is just kind of, that was the worry in the back of my mind. But yeah, like, everybody wanted this guy. Like, he had enough material for an LR. Like, this could have been an LR. Imagine this animated. That would be gorgeous, bro. But they just refused to do a Gogeta from Heroes for some reason. I don't know why. Sorry. I don't get it. I'm very tired. I just woke up. But it's very stupid to me how they didn't go with the obvious answer in front of them. Even if, you know, Universal Blue was better in the game, it is still Gogeta. It is still Gogeta. And to be honest, last year the cards they released seemed fully story based. Like Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, everyone wanted Limit Breaker Vegito. Everybody wanted Super Saiyan 4 Limit Breaker Broly. Dark King Few was obviously, he was released because he fought Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. Berserk Blue Vegeta was decently requested. Obviously, Crimson Masked Saiyan was like one of the most requested characters to ever be in Dokkan from Heroes. Like, that entire year seemed very story-based to me. And then 2022, honestly, Limit Breaker Goku, Limit Breaker Vegeta, those cards they use, they fused, well, those cards, like, they fused into Limit Breaker Gogeta, but obviously didn't do that. Hearts, I think, was actually a decent card. And then Golden Meta Cooler and then Black Janemba, I don't think they were that crazy in the game. I just think they dropped them because, you know, people liked them as characters. Like, Golden Metal Cooler is, like, he's decently popular among people who like Heroes. Some people don't like him, let's say, if you don't like him, you're weird, shut up. But Black Janemba also, he's Janemba. People like Janemba. Like, he's just a cool design. Like, I don't think he was I don't remember him being that crazy in the game, but I may be completely wrong. And then, 2021, obviously, they did release Robel, who was, like, the original Robel was, like, one of the most busted cards in the game. So, I really don't know why they didn't just go with this guy. Like, he would have sold so much, even if he's, let's just say, like, even in Heroes, let's just say, for example, like, let's just, hypothetical situation, he was dog shit. Like, let's just say, like, in some universe, he was just straight, he's actual ass. People would still summon for him because he's Gogeta, dude. Like, not saying he was ass in the game, I mean, not ass in Dokkan, I mean, like, if his card in Heroes was ass, but people would still summon, because it's Gogeta. He's a big ticket character. They would have bought him anyway. I don't know why they didn't go with this guy over just another Blue Goku. I will say it again. I don't care if he's like Universal Blue or he has a different shade of blue. It's still Blue Goku, bro. And again, I already explained it. You could say this is still Blue Gogeta, but Blue Goku's the most, like, one of the most common characters in the series nowadays. He's on all the promo art. He's on everything. Blue Goku is so common. Blue Gogeta. Technically, in, like, terms of merchandise, he's, like, in every single game, but especially in Dokkan, like, he's a high-ticket character. He only releases during big celebrations, and yeah, we did technically just get a Blue Gogeta, but, I mean, nobody complained when Limit Breaker Gogeta dropped, or Limit Breaker Vegito dropped right after Vegito Blue last year. People did complain when the original Super Saiyan 4 Vegito came out, because it was 3 Vegetas in a row, but 2 Gogetas is not that bad. 2 in a row. No one's ever complained about, like, 2 in a year. I don't think anybody's ever, like, really complained about that, except maybe when STR Vegito came out. But I also feel like when STR Vegito came out, it was kind of also because Legends had just released their LF Vegito Blue a few months before, and he was completely toxic. I think that also had a hand with it in that year. Honestly, that's just what I heard from a lot of players at that time. But, like, same with this guy, Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, Like, he just, if they don't want to go with, like, another blue Gogeta, and they have shown they're fine with Limit Breaker, and they think it's different enough, then yeah, like, they could have just done this instead. They have Ultra God Mission characters. Ios and Demigra from Ultra God Mission, this guy. And technically this guy was in Big Bang Mission, but he did way more in Ultra God Mission. But they could have just done him. Imagine this animated would go crazy. Like, as an, this art animated would, as an LR, would go insane. But they just didn't do it. And then, honestly, even more the Gogetas, I think this is the most deserving of a headliner. Like, this is the, you look at this is Dragon Ball Heroes. We have Super Timeline Power with Ultra Instinct, we have GT Timeline Power with Super Saiyan 4, we have Goku, Bardock, and Future Gohan at the same time. You'll never see that anywhere else. You'll never see that except in Heroes, and maybe, like, I guess Xenoverse did these Goku and Future Gohan together, but that's kind of like an extension of Heroes in a way. And, like, nobody would have been sad about this. I think even people who want a Gogeta, they might be disappointed there's no Gogeta, but people would, I don't think this would not get as much backlash. Because this is, like, actually a sick moment. This is a sick moment in the game story, in the manga. Actually, is this the manga? I don't even remember. I haven't read the manga in a while. But I know this is the game story, and this is in the anime. And people love this moment, even, like, in the anime, which the anime is known for being actual garbage. But I don't know. I really just don't know what these choices were. What it feels like to me is that they didn't know Heroes was ending, and this was just going to be the lineup, and they were just going to continue next year with, like, Limit Breaker, Gogeta, and, like, the family generational Kamehameha next year. But they were just like, well, Heroes ending, we'll just throw the same lineup here. We're not going to adjust anything. We're not going to make the scene more final. Like, especially, that even makes it worse. Like, if you have the units done, or if you had the units planned, like, why not work to make this year feel more final than just Blue Goku and Emo Fu, Chronoa's albino cousin, Steroid Demigra, and then just not even the cool design of Bardock. I don't know. I'll see you on the next one. Okay, I got the free character right. That's the free character. Vidro, I believe her name is. I did get the free character right. It's Turles Raditz, please. Please, Turles Raditz. 5 characters. Okay, those are the 2 main ones, I'm guessing. We might not get Gogeta. Ah, damn it! We got Ios, Demigra, and then, like, the Warrior and Black Bardock. Damn. No Turles and no Raditz. Ah, that sucks. Oh, okay, the lineup's... Honestly, the lineup... Bardock. That's with the new Bardock. Okay, let's watch the animations. The active? Oh! Super Saiyan 4 Goku? Oh, that's sick. Okay. So this is the headliner. I'll take that. That's pretty cool. If they release the Demigra, they have to do the family Kamehameha, right? I don't know if I'm gonna upload this, man. I'm kind of disappointed, to be honest. Okay, Ios is cool, but I kind of like her other form better. Bardock's cool. I'll take the Bardock, but why did they do the Super Saiyan 3 Bardock with, like, the tank top? That Bardock goes so crazy. I'm actually disappointed. I am not a huge fan of this lineup, unless they drop someone else. Yeah, it's almost been 10 minutes. There's probably no more new characters. Few only has, like, 1 form. No transforming unit like last. Man, no. I think I'm not a huge fan of this lineup, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, if that was it, I'm very, very disappointing.